I was wondering if this was they would be put towards the top side as well, because they have some answer to Scarlet. Instead, it's a tank matchup for Santa and CDZ, who was very much a Santa connoisseur, like many other LPL top players. What this means, Grab, it's fully locked in on both sides, very organised, back-to-front team fights.
To help with the grubs, you saw Ming go over to help with the dragon. Like, they're the jungler's pets at this point. They're helping out with that one. Wei going to be found in the jungle by Hung, who is level 6 at this point. Smite comes through, and Wei hits level 6 as well, but Hung still happy to go for this one. Fofo dives into the action and finishes!
Champion that's quite easy to pilot in this composition too. Shove and run.
No.
LP, the Whelp needs to be careful. No!
Whelp! Oh god, he's whelping now. Dived on, flashes come through, and Onivia finishes the job. At minimum, have managed to reset that Drake, and now muscling further into the river. Hung wants to contest it, but the poke keeps going wide, the hooks keep going wide, all out in the top side as well as Wayward. Bit of revenge here for the Cassante. ZDZ didn't like being pulled onto tower, and he doesn't like Wayward being in the alcove either. Wayward, alive for now. Can he get out of this one? I'm not so sure, but he actually pulled ZDZ towards it. Was that the play? Maybe it was. The stun against the wall, and ZDZ barely gets away. Now we go back to Drake and Hung, going for the ultimate to try and start the fight.
Steal.
It's taken by Tanyuan.
And Fofo gets to hit a turret. It is just a dead tower. 6 grubs, bomb on tower. You don't get to defend against that. So I think that the Tristana pick from WE has worked out really well. The entirety of last year, this would be the LPL mid jungle, which I would give over to most teams. You know, we had teams like LNG do very well with it. We had some other teams stop them, keeping in, pushing. Great Herald push coming in.
A Tristana bomb onto a tower with a Herald charge. This is going to be a tier 2 gone. The roots land, and Wayward managed to find a pull off the back of it as well. Tanya gone. And now the tier 2 tower in the bottom side gone as well.
Finally get themselves the poke objective setup they need.
They've got 2 already. The Dragon Soul pretty much their win condition at this point. A TP coming through from ZDZ as well to get onto that front line. Hung in the pit. This is going to be a 50-50 smite between the 2 junglers. And it goes the way of Wei. Can they get the fight though? Tidal Wave comes through. ZDZ sacrifice. And it goes Wei onto the backside. But a triple pull from Wayward. Absolute carnage here, but a double kill for LP as they look for more as well. Onivia trying to escape, but he's the last man standing. And he will stand no more. WE at this point. Cullen going to come on through to chunk out Ming. That's half his HP gone, and then Fofo uses that window to just demolish.
They have looked very, very disciplined, and RNG on the other side not had any inspiration really to come back in this game. They're just kind of falling apart across the map as it stands.
We might be diving on the top side. ZDZ, gets hit by the bubble and pulled back into the action. The bomb is ticking on his head. Is it enough damage? Though the explosion's not quite there. ZDZ walks away with his life, but the tier 2 will not.
There are opportunities to turn the game, but they need to get in range to do something about it.
And the thing is, it's our main characters again, Tristana and Maokai, just 2-manning the Baron. Cullen comes out from LP. It's a little bit of a whiff as Hung goes in to start the fight. And instantly Wei is just removed, forced to flash away. In the meantime, the bounces of ZDZ and Ming trying to protect the team. ZDZ doing his damnedest on the top side. Hung taken low, forced to flash, but the heal comes out from Mark in the end, and Fofo will finish the job.
It's not easy to pull off at this point. You still have the last of this Baron, you have a Maokai, all easy as you like. Bomb on the turret, 6 grubs. It is gone.
It's so easy to take these objectives. Teleport. Now ZDZ has gone for a very, very deep teleport. Ming might just die before ZDZ can even get into the play. WE now corralled, but they can just turn onto ZDZ. He's just not that big of a threat just yet. And that's 4 people climbed on top of him. Wayward's barely even taken damage, and now he wants to go to Onivia. Looking for the ultimate potentially. Onivia has flash though. Wayward realizes that's not the angle, goes for Ming instead. But the rest of the team not even looking. They're too busy taking in hims. Onto the Nexus they go. WE, 25 minutes of pure domination here. What a way to start your split. What a way to show off the new roster, the new bot lane coming in, and it's looking good so far.
Clean as you like. A lot of staple picks for the LPL in this first game. One team counter pick right here for Wayward in the top.
Gonna be the Jax coming on through. A lamppost locked in. Relicton versus Jax. A bit of an LPL classic for the top. But I love that we've gone from Skarner versus Cassante, just straight up tanks, to bruisers, brawlers. His Gromp is up, his Wolves are up. You can see the Chickens are going to come up, the Red is going to come up. Unless Hung goes for some kind of evade here, this is going to be Wei having a whale of a time.
Yes,
a wave of a time.
Yeah, RNG can do that very easily now with the Karthus and the Alistar playing for themselves.
LP might get a little bit of that treatment that he got in the previous game as well.
Oh,
One
not
bug dives
again.
on the slow. Is there flash available as is cleanse, but you're going nowhere. Welp indeed. See, survives on the third one as well. Good sidestepping ZDZ. We like to see that. As now, Welp once again. I think it's time for Will anyone leave me in peace? He goes down once more.
The answer is no. Leaving their AD carry in awkward positions without knowing where enemy team members would be. It's going to mean that on the bot side of the map they lose a dragon, even though they got that first one. It's another that Hook doesn't want to pull the Alistar into the team, needs to find a way to thread the needle past the Alistar.
See if they can find it. 4K on the Herald. Wayward moving in as well. Ming wants to try and push forward, but with the spears there and the smite, this should be Herald. Oh, 84 HP. They do get a Herald in the end, and now the engage comes out from Ming. Hung trying to escape with his life. The eye of the Herald is abandoned as Fofo is found, and the Sky Laser lands. Hung survives in the side lane, really using this Tristana to maximum efficiency here for RNG. I mean, this is a dramatically different performance to game one. Less damage from Leon.
Yeah.
If you buy Lich Bane, you should one-shot Karthus at all times. They're all like similarly small
things.
changes.
Yeah. Glad you see the game in the same way. Same way.
Yeah. I mean, I think Karthus.
The sun is blown at that point.
Yeah.
No, typically, Ashe has been really good into Kalista, but it's lethality Kalista, so that kind of evens it out. You don't need to auto-attack much, you just throw Qs at people. It's really annoying. Dangerous. And now if Ming gets to body block you as well and just says, look, you hooked me in, I'm an ulting Alistar, that's bad for you. It means this Blitzcrank has so little value.
Oh, arrow lands onto Hung. Ming is there for the combo. Tang Yuan with the bomb. And the jungle has gone just as Baron spawns onto the map. It's on a silver platter for RNG.
Okay, WE, what have you got?
AD carries, and then letting the rest of the team really take over the game. And it feels like so far today, Wonfong definitely looking better on the Ashe than
One Legends caster looking for one hit still shot.
Yeah. We saw the one arrow onto Hung. That was pretty good. But since then, the skill shots have been
hit one.
Leaving.
All the same. RNG, there again, stalling out a little bit in that last phase of play. Both Wei and Wonfong felt like they were in dangerous positions. Wei is still in a dangerous position, and here comes the arrow.
Arrow lands. Not really any way to follow up, though. Mark there to protect. Oh, the Spiraling Despair lands. What a shot coming out from Fofo. Absolute sniper from the mid lane.
Done.
The reflank, and he's still got flash, still got ult. Into the pit we go. 4K on the Baron as Wayward dives onto the backside. Wonfong the target, and in the meantime, it's one for a Baron. WE, they've got to find a fight here. RNG got the objective, but they can't get out. They're on the wrong side of the map, and they're slowly being chased down. The spear denies the recall. The counter-strike in, the severing bolt, and it's only Tang Yuan left.
Oh, it's just a commiseration from the skies. The Requiem from Karthus is not a happy one for RNG. They have been in such a good position for so much of this game. They do get themselves one last kill back on from Tang Yuan, but that is consolation at best.
Tang Yuan will.
We were questioning earlier, are these going to be two teams that get ahead of the game but then don't really know what to do when they start falling behind it? Well, RNG got ahead of the game, and they get the Baron finally, but it's in a position could go to 3 games. It should have gone to 3 games, honestly, given the early game gold lead, but they haven't been able to close it out. WE claw their way back in, and they find themselves in a good position.
I gotta say, it's all on Fofo here. Fofo is doing.
Got Ashe, Tristana, double AD carries with shred objectives on one side, and Fofo, and even the lethality Kalista is completely okay for teleport.
Oh,
flank.
Wayward
has flash.
Wayward! Wonfong is in trouble. He does manage to survive, and actually Wayward has to golden himself. He's the one in trouble all of a sudden, and Ming is there to deny his exit. Now ZDZ forcing the rest of the team away. Spiraling Despair does a bit. The Crocs pulled back in and obliterated.
Bit of an overestimation from Wayward, but the rest of the team still has damage. It feels like the timing was a bit off from one, the flash, and Wayward didn't get the multi-stun, just the one, but then the rest of the team from WE couldn't really follow up in the same way they wanted to, as Ming also dies.
It's a disaster here for Ming, and with him down, his team still just goes and does the Baron anyway. The speed at which they just killed that purple worm is absurd. RNG, despite being a support down.
By the way, just in case you're wondering how much value he's gotten out of that rune, but There were a couple of players out there, Vega V2, saying about the first strike being much better, but the siege comes through nonetheless. It's going to be a tower completely demolished in its own right now. What was stop some recalls? I think they're trying to stop recalls and allow LP to hit turrets in this mid lane, delaying the ability for RNG to respond to the bot side. They can pick up a top side wave as well now. They shouldn't overcommit though, and I think Mark just did.
What are we doing? Just take the base, guys. Mark has gone in and actually sent it to a kill somehow. Mingle fall as well. I take it all back. You guys are geniuses. I have put a mere mortal. It's way gonna go down to the top side as well. Wayward gonna finish off the first half of his name as now into the base they go. Fate's call to keep Mark safe from the Karthus ulti, and now WE break this base wide open.
RNG, they were ahead for so much this game, had a bit of a stumble, and then an even bigger stumble after that. WE pick up the pieces, and they pick off another kill.
That's not a croc, not anymore. That is a pair of boots at this point. 5 players still in this one as the wave slowly but surely arriving. Arrow comes on in from Huanfeng. Doesn't do a whole lot to buy space on
It stops a recall to stop a teleport that would have come back into the base. I think it's the end of the game anyway.
I don't think it's gonna matter. Yeah, that's gonna be the second Nexus tower going down. Just hit the Nexus, and this one is over. They finish off Huanfeng as a bonus in the end. WE, they win an early game and win. They lose an early game.